WMER2 News' Elizabeth Worthington joins us now with what we're learning about some of the other Marylanders who died in that crash and how their loved ones want to make sure that they're remembered. Elizabeth?
Yeah, Kelly, we know the figure skating community as a whole has really been impacted by this tragedy, and that includes skating clubs right here in Maryland. And a group of friends on their way home to Southern Maryland after a trip also lost their lives.
Welcome now, Angela Yang and Sean Kay.
This talented pair of 11-year-old figure skaters were on the flight from Kansas to D.C. with their mothers and their coach. Alexander Kirsanov coached Angela and Sean at the University of Delaware and went with them to Wichita for an elite national training camp.
He had the biggest heart, the best laugh. He really cared about the kids. He was just amazing. He was everybody's friend.
When Kirsanov, who went by Sasha to most, wasn't at the University of Delaware, he spent a lot of time coaching other young skaters at Ice World in Abingdon. Skating director Jody Timmons says he had a close bond with the athletes, often sharing secret handshakes and inside jokes. When she learned the American Airlines flight that crashed Wednesday night was carrying several figure skaters and their families, she just had a feeling Sasha was on that plane. Even once her fears were confirmed, she held out hope.
I didn't believe it. Sasha had gone through a lot. He was the one person we all swore they were going to find, like floating down the Potomac. He's like, I'm fine, it's all good. Or he had gotten out, or somebody had helped him, and he had helped other people.
He leaves behind a wife and a daughter, a senior in high school. And several families are grieving in Southern Maryland, too. 12-year-old Olivia Terr from Prince George's County was also on her way home from that skating camp. And a group of 7 guys on a hunting trip in Kansas never made it home. 4 of them were members of a steamfitters union in Prince George's County. They leave behind wives and children. Now, those who knew and loved the victims of this tragedy are making sure their memories aren't forgotten.
If you knew him, you were so lucky, and to be able to skate with him. He always had a hug for you. He said hi to everybody. He smiled. Sometimes he could push the kids, but that's what they need to reach their potential. But at the end of the day, he was there as just somebody who really cared about you.
At Ice World, the director tells us the skaters weren't scheduled to train again until this weekend. She says they still will. Sasha would have wanted them to come together and keep pushing towards their goals.
Such an awful story. And as always, people come together. There's been a huge show of support for the victims and their families.
Yeah, there's a lot of GoFundMes and meal trains. There's one for the hunters. That has raised more than $100,000 so far, and it's only been less than 24 hours. And there's a business in Southern Maryland that's selling signs that have a list of all the hunters' names on it. That's going to go to the families. And the University of Delaware just announced they're going to host a memorial on Sunday for Sasha, Angela, and Sean.
All right, thanks a lot, Elizabeth Worthington.